Welcome to Spill the Art Tea. I'm Eamon Shanahan and I'm here with Josh Stein. Hi Josh, how are you today?
Hello, world. We're going to talk like we're announcers today because we've taken a lot of pre-workout. How
Would
you
you?
doing,
There's been no pre-workout consumed before this very episode.
Drop a comment below, folks, and let us know how wired you think Eamon is as you watch this episode. Then we'll see what the public has to say.
Where
How's that?
where will it peak? Oh, I am mad for life right now. I am high on energy. Everything is a-okay.
Okay.
See what I did there, Josh?
Oh, I saw it. I definitely saw it.
Okay, let's figure out what's going on today's show, Josh. Tell us what's happening.
So everybody, this week, more rich guy problems as the banana guy goes to court. Mona Lisa controversy at the Louvre. AI art now can be copyrighted, apparently. It all depends on who's the emperor in charge. A new collaborative gallery model begins in New York. And our next market find. This one's kind of cool. All that and a favorite guest are next as we spill the art tea. Welcome to episode 5. We never thought we'd get here, but look at that. We are now middle-aged.
I have the promise of our existence. Thank you very much. I am very, very into this. I feel like we're going to go the whole way to 100, and then we will say, will we get further than this? That's the challenge.
Comment below, folks. Just remember, comment below.
Comment below. Don't forget, get your swag, folks. We've got our Spill the RT mugs. We've got some caps. We've got some teas. We've got some tote bags. If you don't have one, go to newcollective.com right now and get your Spill the RT swag. Yeah, baby.
And remember to like, share, subscribe, send three friends. All that jazz.
All that jazz. All that jazz. I have to mention though, Josh, because my cousin is a strong, very, very strong supporter of Spill the RT. He watches all of our episodes, and he is only 9 years old, Josh.
That's amazing.
So we have to say hello to Tommy, who's out there
Hello,
watching.
Tommy.
Hi,
Thank you.
Tommy.
We see you. You see
We
us.
see you. We see you. And he has asked if he can come on the show at some point. So we might just have to do that for him in the future.
I think we could absolutely make that happen because art is for everybody, and so we don't care. You want to come on? We're happy to have you.
Let's do it. So, but without further ado, let's bring on our guest. Are you ready, Lucy Lambe? Here we go. Hi. She's swaying with what's going on here. Are you in some sort of Charlie Chaplin movie?
I'm just having some pre-workout.
Oh. Get ready for the buzz. You see, if you don't actually work out after you do the pre-workout, though, your face is gonna buzz the face off you. You know, it's just like the face is gonna buzz the face off you.
Say that 3 times fast.
We'll see. Lucy, how are you doing? How are things?
I'm really well, thank you. Little hungover.
Okay. Okay, we'll take things nice and fast. We don't do things by slow things here. We don't do slow things here. No. It's all fast. It's all go. It's all go.
I'm concentrating.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, let's get on with the show and go and see our Banana Man.
So I guess the basic story of this one is the guy known as the Banana Man, right?
Yes.
The guy who bought the comedian, the third version, and then ate the damn thing, whatever, right? So he's known as a crypto thing, right?
Yes.
So apparently, though, someone decided to impersonate him and sold one of his works to David Geffen for $78 million.
Ooh.
And now he wants the work back because he says it's fraud. So he's suing Geffen. And Geffen's like, how am I supposed to know that there's fraud on your side? I made a deal. I gave you money. You sold it to me. And so there's a certain irony here in that, apparently not all is just crypto. Apparently the real world matters still.
It does. Look, here is this art piece. It looks like a very hard Pinocchio. And it's
to be fair, this is actually a fairly rare Giacometti. Most of people are aware of Giacometti in terms of like the long, thin, skeletal people. This one's different because it really does kind of occupy space, almost more like a Calder mobile than a typical Giacometti sculpture.
It also looks like a gun.
Yeah, all kinds of things for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lucy? What's your take on this?
Well, it's I don't really care if somebody got ripped off.
That's why I called it rich guy problems, right? Like, this is not an issue that any of us really have to worry about. No one's impersonating me to sell a $78 million statue, right? Not a problem.
Oh, I don't know. Like, if it was a case that I was the one benefiting from this purchase, that would be great. However, the person who's going to benefit from this is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. So, like, he's not going to get the money from this.
Yeah.
And your man, he did pay for Catalan's banana, all right, and I suppose Catalan got some money for that. But yeah, I don't know. Madness.
Rich guys, and the problems they get into.
The rich guys keep getting richer, though. That's what happens. I don't know how he's going to get rich from this, though, in spending that much money on something that's, maybe in the resale of it, perhaps.
I think, at a certain level of society, it's about notoriety, right?
Yeah.
And it's really, we've talked before, it's about like your certain kind of presence. And that can obviously work well for some people because being known as someone who sues and sues and sues can put you right into the White House. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
But enough about that.
Okay, and that tea is spilt, and we're moving swiftly into the next story. Off to the
Paris.
Louvre we go.
Off to Paris we go. So the backstory on this one is, right, they need to redo the Louvre. Parts of it are like leaking, it's falling apart, and to the tune of somewhere between 800 million and $1 billion what's going to cost based on the work they've already done at Notre Dame, right? So because they had to do all this rebuilding recently, they know how intensive and expensive this kind of capital infrastructure refurbishment is. So along the way with doing that, they're like, well, why don't we give Mona Lisa her own separate space?
Yeah.
But then we're going to start charging more because of it.
Oh, they're getting on with like the Italians with the Trevi Fountain now. It's like, okay, well now it's an absolute courtesy for you to be able to see this this piece.
But here's the real kind of ultimate like little zinger here. The new room they're going to put together for the Mona Lisa is so you can take selfies with it.
Yeah.
Not to be able to take a picture of the painting, but to be able to take a picture of yourself with the painting without looking at the painting. That just drives me nuts about selfies in galleries because they don't look at the picture.
Are they allowed to take selfies with the painting in the new space? Will that be allowed?
It's being designed for it.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the point, right?
With that in mind.
They have literally given up the ghost here. They're like, this is what people want. This is what they expect. We're going to give it to them.
Well, weren't they saying they're going to spend like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions on the renovation of the Louvre? And I think that's like insane amount of money. But then if you think about how much money was given for Notre Dame, and it was all donated by like celebrities and the Catholics, and it was just Is it not possible for them to just do an outcry for that? Maybe if somebody just burned down the Louvre for like 5 minutes and then they might, we need to restore this public monument, and then just get a lot of celebrities to pay for it again.
The difference is Notre Dame is the church, right? Which is a separate private organization, even in France. And so here we're talking about something that the government actually owns. And the French of all people are very much about preserving a certain kind of French cultural identity, right? They're happy to let people in, but also this is what we're letting you into.
Sure.
And of course, this just sets off again the issue of like, should the Mona Lisa even be in France at all? Shouldn't it go someplace else? Shouldn't it be back in Italy, say? All that kind of stuff, of course, because the Italians immediately said, "Oh, you're going to refurbish? We'll hang on to it for you. You can like travel it over here for a while. We promise we'll give it back to you. Absolutely, no problem. Once you have a new place for it, right? Like this is the kind of games the governments play."
Lucy, have you taken a selfie with the Mona Lisa?
No, because I think it's ever so slightly overrated. And once you've seen it, and you don't have to see it again. No. And if you wanted to take a selfie, you could buy a really good postcard in the shop, and kind of
make it
take
work.
a selfie
next to you
because it's tiny.
Yeah,
and there's better pictures in the Louvre than that.
There are,
and I don't understand the hype.
I think
I've been there. I've seen it.
It's just the legacy, isn't it? Like you're there.
People are short, so I could see over them. But
you're there because of its history, because of its legacy, because of its space in the art world, and like what it has done to influence the art world, and like it's just then it's also now become like a celebrity icon, really, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's paying for all the other pieces that people may or may not actually pay any attention to, right? Like what people care about is that, and that's what then funds everything else. And that's a very common kind of technique, right? So
My concern is that if they put the Mona Lisa into a separate room, will it not say then that all the guests who are potentially going to bypass all of the artworks that they see at the moment, or that they encompass as they go through the gallery of the Louvre and witness to get to see the Mona Lisa in her honor, do you not feel then that if they're going to do it in a completely separate space, that they're going to miss out on what they would have seen subsequently to seeing her?
Oh, 100%. But my argument would be that people that are only wanting to take selfies, they're not going to see that stuff anyway because they don't see it now. Right, like they walk past it now to be able to try to take a selfie in the current placing that's in, and it's just to me, I don't understand the logic of it because okay, it's like I went there, hey, look, I got my little sticker. Like that's not what you're actually supposed to do. Like try experiencing the art for a while. Just like sit there for 5 minutes and realize it's too tiny. It's actually not that great a piece. There's other better works all around you. Right? That's what you're saying, Lucy. And people don't do that. Yep. They go into it with the absolute opposite intention.
To be fair, and it's not responsive to Mona Lisa, but it is the Statue of David. I went to see the Statue of David in Italy just so that I could have a selfie with David because why wouldn't you?
Well, with statues, I think it's a little different. But I would still say selfies to me, I just don't like it. Yeah, just don't like it.
It's the entire reason I go on pre-workout. It's just so that I could look a bit more like the Statue of David.
Never going to happen, Eamon. Sorry.
I love it. This is 2 weeks in a row when people are slamming on Eamon. Keep going. You go.
Lucy, you're supposed to be my friend. What is this about? Oh my god. Okay.
So
moving swiftly along.
Tea is spilled. Moving
on. So now
you
can generate. How about? Let's do this nice little segue. So you can get your AI because Josh loves his AI, and boy, has he brought another AI story to the table today. And we can just say, hey, ChatGPT or whatever, that other one, can you put me in a picture taking a selfie with the Mona Lisa?
Oy.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to go to Paris.
No.
So off to Washington we go. There's a new sheriff in town, as everybody in the world knows.
It's me.
And now apparently AI is okay to be copyrighted if there are expressive elements from a human. I don't know what the hell that means.
What? Mind blowing. Expressive.
I actually read like the technical legal release that they did. I could not understand what the hell they're talking about. How are you supposed to tell the difference? What does that even mean? Human expressive elements.
What
so if the AI makes the finish painterly, so it looks like it's been done by a brush, then I guess now you can copyright it. But if it looks glossy and doesn't, it just doesn't make any sense. It's literally
okay, so because this image we have here on the slide, right? So because this image is showing a resting bitch face, she is now considered a person who is of expressive nature and therefore is considered art and not something that is auto-generated by AI and therefore not art.
Well, no, it can be copyrighted because it has a certain amount of expressive humanness. I don't know. You got me? Right? Benjamin talked about an aura attached to artworks that comes from the people. And so the whole point about not having the computer do it for you is that your own energy is part of what you're making, right? If the computer does that, and what is it, like you're watermarking now? Look, made by human. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. Where are you on this one? How about you, Lucy?
I think it's really difficult to work it out, isn't it? I mean, who does it belong to? And if you put 897 prompts into ChatGPT, like it was your idea, they made it. So I think it's really complicated. And you know how much I don't like technical things anyway. So that is also not going to be my problem.
Okay. So fair enough. What is that software? It was like one of the big AI generative tools that that kind of was like one of the instigators of generating art or
I
images.
will not name it. I know it, and I will not give it.
Do you know what I'm talking
no,
about, though?
I do. I will defeat my anti-god by never naming it. Damn it.
Okay, well, I mean, I just
Was
think
it called
that
Gemini or something?
no, not even that. There's a worse one. I can't think of the name of it.
What was it?
Oh, fuck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's not allowed. He's not allowed here. I can't think of the name. Okay, the brain farts are happening again today, it seems. Anyway, I would say
that means he's crested, folks, and it's all going down.
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. On that note,
Take another shot, Eamon.
let's take a break. Let's hear what's happening with New Collective, and we'll be right back after these messages. New Collective, an arts community collective with art, artists, and art publications with fresh work, news, and updates added weekly to our online collection at www.newacollective.com. Here you will also find our new journal featuring articles and podcasts, yes, just like this one, which are also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss us out spilling the RD in our weekly roundups every Monday. Yeah, baby. So, Josh, I've just said it, but let's just remind them again in case nobody's paying attention for the ads or they just decided to scrub on through the video and ignore it all. What are they to do?
Like, share, subscribe, send it to 3 friends, leave a comment, ask for some swag.
Yeah, become a guest. Become a guest. Would you like to come on?
Find us a sponsor. Are you a sponsor? Looking to sponsor somebody? Hi.
Bring on the money. Lucy doesn't know what to think. She's like, what is going on? And she has left the building.
Okay.
Right, let's move into our fourth story of the day, and we are looking at girl power.
So off to New York we go. This is kind of interesting. What caught my eye about this is, like, I was in the wine business for many years, and there's obviously lots and lots of collective tasting rooms because people really can't afford to do it all on their own, right? You're a small little producer, you bundle. So these are 2 different galleries that are sharing a space. And the idea is that depending on what their programming is, someone's going to go off to an art fair for 6 weeks or whatever, so the space becomes available. Someone else needs to use part of the space to actually do an exhibit on site. So they basically just continuously revise the use of the space based on the needs of both organizations. And so it makes the cost much less. But what they say is actually most impactful is exactly that girl power of having people that they're talking to that are coming at it from different perspectives. And that's like changing the way they're thinking about their business. And Lucy, you're a gallerist, so where are you?
You're a gallerist. You're a gal.
Well, yes, I'm a gallerist, but I'm not in New York, and I'm not high-powered wearing a trouser suit. So I think I'm. I mean, I should really go and get one. I mean, why wouldn't you if rents are high and buyers are scarce on the ground? Why wouldn't you collaborate and share a space?
I think what they're doing is really cool.
I mean, it's a really good idea, but it's women that thought of it, isn't it? And they normally have the best ones. So
they do.
I hope it's all brilliant for them.
Yes.
And they don't all fall out.
I think it's a good news story because we are seeing a lot of gallery closures over the last number of months, and we're seeing a lot of issues with the likes of gallery fairs or art fairs, and we're seeing a lot of issues with like the different issues that are happening in auction houses. And this is just a good news story where people are looking at things in a more positive light, and they're like, let's come together, let's showcase some cool art, and let's keep things going. And that's, I think, go girls.
Well, it certainly is
they have the same
message.
type of art, don't they? They're quite similar in what they show. And
I think they do mostly Latino-based art, and they're encouraged or endorsing and presenting Latino-based art, which is great.
Yeah. And so they're absolutely drawing it from a different slice of the market, right? I think you could flip it the other way around and say, well, you're hunting for a ray of hope and light in a world of the art market that's collapsing and sort of like trying to ignore the fact that the walls are on fire, right? It's that meme, I'm fine, it's that everything's on fire around you. Like it's, because you are right, Lucy, they are working exactly in the same market in terms of the people they're trying to sell to, right? So a better bundling might have been like different cultures rather than just the same one times 2. I guess we'll see. Good luck, ladies.
Yeah,
We're in your
best
corner.
the very best of luck for them. I think you're right as well, Josh, in that like it is good to share different dynamics and take in different perspectives and not be kind of producing the same cultural activities, I suppose. But like I think it's just at least they're doing something and they're doing something well, and yeah, it's really successful by the looks of things. So yeah,
There you go.
here's hoping that it will continue. Now, that tea is spilled, and Josh, I cannot for the life of me pronounce this person's name because I'm not Italian, nor are you, to be fair, but, well, what's happening?
Okay, so we go to Le Mans in France.
Yes.
Flea Market. This is our latest flea market find. This one actually happened 15 years ago, though. That's what kind of makes this interesting. So this guy is actually an art dealer and collector. He comes across this painting in a flea market. He buys it for a couple €1,000, right? I mean, to us, that's a lot of money. To him, not so much. But then he spends the next 15 years authenticating it as a Modigliani, who's a very famous Italian painter from the turn of the 19th into the 20th century. And so a rare find like this is really rare. And it took a long time, but as with any of these like big kind of painters, right, there's an organization that actually does the verification. And so part of it is like the time it takes their experts to actually authenticate it and say, yes, you're right. So they literally did 15 years later. See that?
Wow.
£2,000 or euros gets you millions and millions if you're patient enough.
If you know what it is that you're looking at.
Yes, that is always the issue, right? For each one of these that we've done, it's been like, oh, I saw a little sticker. I knew what it was. Or, right, like you have to have the eye to see it. But if you can, there's a lot out there that we keep pointing out that people keep finding.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's another attic find, really, isn't it? Only this is in a flea market.
Yeah. How about you, Lucy? Did you ever find anything good that you could make some good money on?
No. No. But maybe in a couple of 100 years, somebody will find some scrap of paper that I've doodled on and be able to sell that for millions.
Yeah. And hopefully that will go back into your estate, and all of your ancestors to come will be well looked after.
They'll find one of your mugs.
I'd rather have it now, personally.
One of your mugs.
Well, yeah. We'd all like it now, but as we all know, patience is a virtue, particularly if you're doing things as an artist, because probably not.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, speaking of patience, Ben and I have had the extremely amazing experience of going through the Tate Modern, and here is the final edition of our Tate Modern experience. Have a look at this.
Judith, I love the name Judith.
Judith.
Judy, may we call her Judy?
Judy.
May we call her Judy?
She might be okay with that. We should ask her when we see her.
Okay, don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. You were very close to the line. I thought you crossed the line. You touched the line.
Do not accuse
I've got
me.
evidence on camera. I'm not accusing you. I'm calling it out. Now this is very LGBTQ+ friendly.
Excellent. It's so psychedelic.
It is, but I'm seeing the rainbow. It's missing some of the colours. but
it's not really coming across
it's
in the
fine.
phone.
We can always add those on.
It's not really coming across in the camera, but it is quite.
It looks darker on camera.
Illusionary.
Yeah.
Under. Whoop. In.
I'm working late because I'm a art enthusiast. I don't think that's going to make it into a final edit, sadly. It looks like a picture in your hallway.
It's very
for some reason.
smooth.
It's very you. It's very you.
Why is it me?
I don't know. It just is. It's giving Eamon.
Okay. It's very it's quite phallic.
I thought it was like a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. I went somewhere else.
Okay. It says more about you than it does me.
It really does. This dude, something happened to his ribs.
Looks a bit like Hugh Grant in his younger days. It does. Or David Tennant in Rivals, which is currently available on Disney+. An original series,
No
a local
comments.
commission from
No
the UK.
comments.
That one,
However, Rivals is amazing.
Hugh, David. You know, right? That's why you're laughing nervously, because you know the comparisons are correct. Thank you, David. We love Doctor Who.
Thank you, Hugh.
Slag.
We love Love Actually.
Yeah, see all the films and TV shows they've been in.
This is Kazimierz Malevich.
From approximately, I'd say, around the 1900s, 1915, if I was going to take a wild guess.
Oh my goodness, you're so educated.
I know. I think I should be hired.
What do you think?
As a gallery curator.
What do you think?
Curator.
A curator.
Curator.
An art curator.
Q for Queen.
What do you
Oh,
think?
it's a C. Oh my God, that's so stupid.
This is a very, 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 very famous painting.
I think I've seen this. I think I have
Mondrian.
seen. I've seen little art in my lifetime, but this one I think I've seen.
What do you experience from this painting?
It's very structured. It's very consistent. It makes me feel at ease because this piece has got itself together.
It's got
itself
yourself.
together, unlike myself. So it's given me some inspiration for 2025. I would love my bedroom to be painted like this. More so this side, actually.
I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Why? Just turn the
Because
lights
it's
off.
just too much.
It's not glow in the dark.
Oh my
This is
God.
fabulous.
Look at
This
their
is so
nails.
fabulous.
Look at their
Banana, my
nails.
favourite fruit.
Look at their nails, and almost like your nails.
Actually, yeah, very similar.
And you've got some bananas.
I've got a lot of bananas at home.
Catalan must
It's
have
my
been here.
favourite fruit.
Maybe you're just regenerating.
Like Doctor Who, like David Tennant.
David Tennant is
Who
not a
we've just
doctor
who we've-
anymore.
He was, and we've just seen him in a lovely piece of art over there. So I'm getting distracted.
Don't be getting distracted by the boys.
But
Oh my
as
goodness.
a side note, this is a great place to meet people. You could just talk to people about the artworks. Right, you could subliminally write your phone number on like one of the paintings, and then
On one of the paintings.
maybe not on one of the paintings.
On one of the paintings.
Maybe on the wall underneath the paintings.
Okay, I'm just going to write my name in black
No,
ink
don't put your name. That's
on the
silly.
Eve Klein.
That's a data protection breach.
Ah, okay.
And also, you'd
But
have
that's
to.
the problem of you writing on a 100-year-old painting.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
this episode should be called "Don't Write on the
Yeah,
Paintings."
don't. Well, let's say on the painting. That would be silly.
And we're back. Well, folks, what do we think of that?
I think we should start calling Ben Judy the next time he's on the show.
Yeah.
Poor Judy.
He's quite excitable, isn't he?
Ben is great. We love Ben. He's fantastic. He's bringing all the energy into the room.
He's fantastic. He's quite excitable.
Yes, yes. And I think we've learned quite a lot about what to really focus on in an art gallery, potentially the art and not the people that pass by.
Well, or defacing it, as he suggested, and therefore, you know.
I thought that was funny because...
Can you hear my dogs?
No.
My dogs are going cray cray.
Cray cray.
I don't know why.
Oh dear, oh dear. To be fair, I feel like I'm matching Ben's energy today, so I can't really say all that much. Well,
Yes.
that is the last edition of the Tate Modern, and we will be going to a new location in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And remember, you can catch out all of those clips on our social media channels.
Comment below, folks, your bet. Do you think they'll get busted the next time as well? We shall see.
Depends on where we're going, I think, Josh.
It's a 50-50 bet. Because
It's
with
a-
those two, absolutely they could get into trouble. They certainly could. Will we have to bail them out? We shall see.
If we have to be bailed out, donations can be accepted to the following IBAN account listed below. We accept all major credit cards, including Amex.
have
Get those
some up.
points.
Venmo, PayPal, whatever you got, we will take.
It's coming. Bring it on. Bring it on. Shower us with money, baby. Oh, dear. And with all of that in mind, let's go into the studio, Lucy Lambe. Lucy, what's been happening? What's been going on?
I've got a piece up in the Catalyst Studios and Gallery in Belfast, which
Cool.
is in Joy's Parade. And it is on a pallet there in the window. And they had their opening the other day. It's a piece, it's a glass box filled with earth in layers and moss and plants that I dug up from a place that I had to not really break into, but you know, go
Break
into.
into.
And it's got all the names of all the babies that died in a certain mother and baby home,
Oh,
and it's on cotton paper to reference the laundries.
okay.
There's 1,016 of them, and I think the timing was from 1932 or 3 until 1966. So the first names of everyone and the age they were. So they're in a list, and I've put them in the earth from where they're supposedly near to where they're supposedly buried. And it comes with, I got a bottle of holy water so you can spray it
Oh,
to
okay.
keep them alive.
Okay.
So that's it. And
Oh my
it comes
goodness.
with chapter 19 of the Mother and Baby Commission report.
Wow.
So that's the paper you can see, and it's got a few worms and bugs and things in there. So it's a living,
Organism.
breathing installation, and over time the cotton paper will compost into it. So
Okay.
that's up there. It's a there's I think there must be about 20 other people in the exhibition, and the sort of the tagline, if you like, was just moss, and that's what I decided to do. So it's a square glass box, and it's layered with earth and detritus from the site.
And you ended up with the window.
ended up with the window, and I loved the way, because I just dropped it off there. But they put it on the pallet, and they decided how to curate the thing. The only problem being that people thought the paper that I printed out, the chapter 19 of the commission report, were handouts. So I've got to print a whole more pages because people took them home with them.
It's quite good though that that people did take with it, because it does make the art piece a bit more active. You know, it
It does
bring people into participating with it, and taking something back from that, even if it is in the physical sense as well as what they're taking from it conceptually. It's a really cool
I really
piece.
wanted people to spray it. It's a sort of interactive in the way that you can use the holy water to spray it.
And is there something suggestive within the piece to say that, or is that instinctual that you wanted people to try and think of to do themselves?
Yeah, I think it's instinctual, and I think people did it because, you know, the spray bottle is right there. It's got holy water written on it. And I mean, if you were in there and you saw it, well, I know I'd pick it up and spray them off.
I was thinking of like the Felix Gonzalez Torres installations with the candy. There's always a little sign someplace that says it's okay to take the candy because we refresh it. And so I'm wondering if just a little kind of card or something that would give not so much your intentions, right? But it's just literally like use instructions.
Yeah. I think the curator was there, and there's always someone there, and I think they say it because they have a little cheat sheet by me, so they talk about the work to people. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Neat.
Yeah.
And then we got something else from you, right?
We do. This work is showing though until what date? When is this show completing? Do you know?
This is on for a month, so it's been on for 10 days so far.
Perfect.
So it goes to the middle of March, I suppose.
And it's called Cold, Wet, Humid Growth at the Catalyst Arts Gallery space in Belfast until
it's
the
in the
6th
city
of March.
centre in Belfast.
Great. Go check that out, folks, if you have the chance to do that and if you're in Belfast. We also have this really cool new image of yours that you've recently done. You want to tell us what's going on here?
Well, this is... You know, I do a series of St. Bridget's.
Yes.
Bridget. And she's doing all the things she didn't get to do when she was alive 2,000 years ago, whatever it was, 1,500 years ago. So she went to a kneecap concert last night, and surprisingly enough, I was there as well. And she'd never actually crowd surfed before. So, you know, she just kind of went with the flow. So that's Bridget crowd surfing at a kneecap concert. And I have to say, it was probably one of the best gigs I've been to. Now, it didn't beat Wham in 1984.
But it's up there.
It's kind of up there. And in City Hall in Cork, I think the floor must be sprung and the bass hits the floor. So the floor's moving all the time in time to the music. And then you've got everybody jumping up and down on it. So if you're walking off to the loo or to the bar, if you're not to the mosh pit, you're kind of walking like
you're in rhythm.
It's such a fab venue as well. I mean, Eamon, you know, it's like the Premier Hall, only bigger.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it with City Hall as well. It's a really cool space, and it's very like ornate for a City Hall.
Super cool. And then you've got this. I mean, kneecap. Are they hip hop? Are they rapping? Are they verging on punk sometimes? I don't know. I mean, they're wearing tracksuits, so surely they must be hip hop. But it was really, really good. So I was in the mosh pit and I danced all night.
You're having a great time.
This morning,
and so did St. Bridget.
And so did St. Bridget. St. Bridget and I do a lot of stuff together. So now,
really,
all my will take. No, that was. She's already got a girlfriend.
Okay.
Dialuga or something. She had a lover. Yeah.
Oh.
Who was the abbess after St. Bridget died, and then a year later to the day, the lover died as well.
Oh.
But I digress. She went to kneecap last night and had a fabulous time.
Excellent. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you both had a great time.
We did.
And,
We did.
and just so that you can pay for last night, here are some of your fabulous merchandise that you've created. And I know you've got Bridget on mugs too, but here are your really cool lurchers.
Yeah. I love a lurcher, and lurchers are really lovely to draw as well. So I've started this new thing where I'm putting my original artwork onto mugs, and there's a lot of lurcher and greyhound enthusiasts and some Bridget enthusiasts, and they're flying off the shelves.
Yes,
So
excellent.
People order them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and I have some in my cafe, and yeah,
Nice.
Amazing.
they're cool. Yeah.
Amazing. Make sure you hit up Lucy Lambe Artist on Instagram, or it's Lulu Lambe Artist on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else that she is. I think you're on TikTok as well, aren't you, Lucy?
I am on TikTok, but most of that is it's either videos of my pig Abraham,
Okay.
or me having political rants. So if you
Well, I
want to stick
mean,
with the
just
art,
to
you
go and
to
see
my
Abraham, I
Instagram.
think you should all go to TikTok and follow Lucy. There
Yeah.
is your tag right down there. It is at Lucy Lambe Artist with all those little underscores between them, because those little niggy blits make sure that you get your username. Josh, what are you going to say? You look like you're going to say something there.
Let's make Abraham go viral.
Yeah, baby.
Abraham goes viral.
Babe, yeah, babe. See what I did
Oh,
there?
he's so cute. He's ginger and hairy with black spots, and he thinks he's a Labrador because he grew up with Nigel and Simon. And if you throw a stick, Abraham runs after the stick and brings it back to you.
Yes.
I mean,
There
what
you
more
go.
could you want from a pet?
What more could you want from a pig?
Yeah, perfect. Sign me up. I don't have any room in my London apartment for a pig. I barely have room for the dog, let alone me. But go check out Abraham the Pig. The link will be in the description below.
Thanks very much.
Lucy, you have been, as always, a dream guest, and we thank you ever so kindly for joining us today, even though you have
Thank you
been
so much for having me.
celebrating your wonderful your excursions from last night and recovering from that. So we appreciate you for still coming on. You do the hardcore stuff, Lucy. You're a tribute to your.
I was pretty proud of myself. 56 and in the middle of a mosh pit.
Damn straight.
Now, I didn't do the last mosh pit because all the young sweaty young men had taken their tops off, and it was all about. I mean, Eamon would have loved it, but it was all a bit sweaty.
No, I wouldn't.
And
do
a bit
such things.
sticky, and a tiny bit smelly. So I left. At the end, it wasn't that pleasant, but.
Oh dear.
Not touching that one. Just letting it hang there.
Well, then maybe just Ben and I will come and join you the next time, Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah. that would be great. We'll set that up. We'll make that happen, and we might record it for a special exclusive episode of Spill the RT. See, that's
Yay!
where it's at. Bringing the music into the show. So, folks, Lucy, thank you so much for joining us today. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for. Josh, before we go, what are our guests to do? What have they to do?
Smash that like button, as they say.
Yeah,
like,
baby.
share, subscribe, comment, all that jazz.
Yes, get it out
Go
there to
do
all
it.
your friends. Go do it. Make it happen. And remember, you can follow us on all of your social media platforms where we are spreading the news of all things art from our artists, from the art stories, from everywhere, and keep on track with everything that's happening with Newa Collective at newacollective.com. That's all from us, folks. See you next week on Spill the RT. Bye!
Bye-bye!